It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll get a look at this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. We can hardly wait for the start of this one, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt here with you once again. Is this week going to be a step in the right direction for one of our teams we've got, Brock, both of whom haven't played the type of ball early in the season that they want, both coming into this one below 500.
And you and I both know we're not math majors, but we do know this. You stay below 500 in this league, well, you're going to be headed to the top of next spring's NFL draft order. We're not to that point yet, but whoever comes out short here will find themselves a whole lot closer to it.
The veneer of a new season is gone as we hit the middle third of the schedule. It's away here in Week 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And they'll have a veteran leading them out. It's their 9th-year quarterback.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
First play is to the air. McLaughlin's got it, complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They gain 14 on the play. And it sets up a Houston first. From midfield now. Finds him over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Complete beyond the marker. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Give them 3 on that game. And it sets up a Houston first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They go play action on first. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. That's 16 on the pickup. And it sets up a Houston first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives this forward to the 6. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
From the gun on third down. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Oh, quick throw here, left side. Touchdown, Houston. Once it became goal-to-goal, Brock, that field goal team just didn't feel like they were ever going to see the field. This team was committed to making a statement on the opening series, even if it meant leaving the offense out there on 4th and goal.
Yeah, I think that's really well said, Kate, for a couple reasons. Number one, you do get a chance to finish, right? And so you do all this work to get there, you want to finish it. But you also know if you don't get it, well, you set your opponent up with some really bad field position. I love that decision.
That one right down the middle. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Gamble now on the return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And in his 8th season as a QB, he's the one to lead them out.
As you take the field coming off of a bye week, you really want to take advantage of what you just did. The self-scouting, the evaluating of yourself over the early part of this season, and make sure you capture what you want to do and what you have to do over the rest of the season.
And he'll get it up to the 44.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, Kate. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run. Great try at that first down.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Pass play coming here. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
So many coaches love third downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. No return on that punt. And they'll be backed up a good bit for this drive. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their second drive of the contest. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Best run games in this league at balance can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Throwing off the play fake here. Finds his man over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. He tosses right to the short side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The decision is to take the 3. Out comes the field goal unit for this try. From 37 yards in the right hash. The vet in his 14th season, still knocking him through. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
They'll throw on 1st. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. Catch made over the middle. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. It's a 10-0 ball game. Back to Houston in just a moment. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. And he doesn't get much here, just enough to get down inside the 40. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. He's got it on the bootleg. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
To throw it on 1st down. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. So second down coming up. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up third down. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. He's going to throw this one. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. This one misses the tight end. So that brings up fourth and long. Now out comes the field goal unit as they try this one. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. They're still on a skid, up to 6 straight losses now, Brock, but things may finally be looking up. They've got the lead here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Hits him on the out route. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 6 yards on the run, so it's going to be 3rd and 5. He'll throw it. Caught it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be their football. This offense getting all set for this series. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. To throw here on first down. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Throwing from the gun. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Now looking to throw. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they're going to take over possession. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Throwing from the gun here. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Tight end motioning right. Here's 2nd and 2. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. He gets it out left, and it's caught.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And this is looking fantastic. Wow, bounces just yard shy of the goal line. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 4. Their offense running back out now. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock, because safety really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. A give to Bailey. And he's tackled for a short gain. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Second down now, 7 to go. They'll try and throw it here. Brought in right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, a yard or two short of that 20. Well, a roar from the crowd as they saw the replay on the big screen, and they will indeed get a challenge. We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down. Back to throw now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Finds a man, right side. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives them the 1st.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Still sticking with the passing game. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. They got 24 yards on the play, and it'll give him a 1st down. Slot man motioned over. Throwing it again here. Setting up the screen. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
So 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first down.
You got to be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives him a first down. Looking to the air here. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And it sets up first down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Has some room to work. And in for the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys tie things 10-10. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. They'll run here on first down. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Now we have our 2-minute warning. First down, he'll throw it. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down. Back now, pressure on its way. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a short gain. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Running it now out of the gun. And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. Timeout taken by the defense, their second. So out now comes the punter. Back deep to return Campbell. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They're going play action. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route. and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. He's fielded at the 14. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And following that return, we've got an injured player down there. He'll receive some assistance as we step aside. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 27.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
We've got a screen to the running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. They're set up at the 35 now. One final shot before halftime. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. We've arrived at the break, and what a second half we're in store for. It's tied at 10 after 2. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Pass play now. Complete out to the right. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 2nd and 3 now. Back to throw. And this one's up there, but a little too far up there. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Man in motion out of the slot. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Their punter making his way out now. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. This one strikes down at the 1, and predictably into the end zone it goes for the touchback. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. It's caught, McLaughlin. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The rookie from Ohio State takes it away. Wow, this has been a great game so far, Brock. A hard-fought first half, but they're really offering an edge to their opponent here by throwing a pick on their opening drive.
And now we'll get to see if they can capitalize that and pull ahead. They've already got the ball once this half. You know that they're loose, and now they get it back just one snap later.
This offense ready to get going again now. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll throw to begin this drive. Finds his man over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. The give now out of the shotgun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. 16 yards on the play. And that'll give him a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Slot man in motion left. Working inside the red zone. He has it at the 5. And this is down all the way to the 3. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
You know, we do enough of these games, Kate, and I am a big fan of creativity. And the QBs today are some of the best to ever do it. That's a situation where you got to know on 1st down, it's not time to be creative, especially if you feel the heat coming defensively.
And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. These guys make them pay for turning it over. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. That count runs their offense. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll take this up to around the 30-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw out of the gun. McLaughlin's got it, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. Slot man motioned over. Play action on 1st down. left him wide open. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They go play action on first. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on second down. They are throwing it again. McLaughlin there to bring it in. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's a throw. Chased out to his right. He's running for it. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st down from the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
They'll try and punch it in. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Gamble now on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Throwing it to start this drive. Finds a seam down the middle. Down to the 10. And he will take this in. Touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys drive their lead to 11. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense making its way back out now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. And they were all over that reverse. He's tracked down behind the line.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he was just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And they'll wrap him up after a short carry at the 24. 2 yards on the run, but a tough spot upcoming. We've got 3rd and 12. He's dropping back to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
On now comes their punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. Has it at the 37. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They're going play action. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. New set of downs for him at the 38. Handoff now from the gun. Has a lane inside the 25. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll throw it. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They're throwing it. Uh-oh, he can't escape. He's brought down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. 1 for 1 so far. This is from 40. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that extends their lead to 14.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense getting set to go. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Man in motion here. They go play action here. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Looking for a throw here. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner, stopped for just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Putting a receiver in motion. Now he'll throw off the play fake. The rush gets home, and they stick him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Now outruns their offense to take over. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been...
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. They send a man in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. Throw drifted too much, and it's going to wind up incomplete out of bounds. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. 1st and 10 now from the 30. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Pass play coming here. He has the first over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Motioning him from the slot right. Throwing it again here. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And it sets up 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of saying, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
They'll send out the punting unit. And they could really use a good one here. Nice punt here, up and angled towards the sideline. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Their offense ready to take the field now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll throw on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They motion a receiver left. From the 18 on 2nd down. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Setting up a throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Another drive coming up for this offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. These guys have likely locked up the win right there. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, they'll look for him.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys stretch their lead to 21. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here comes their offense out again. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now, after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Flush down out to his left. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From midfield now. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. He'll look to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It'd be kind of fun, Kate, to be able to measure these coordinators' blood pressure or temperature, because the 3rd down screen for negative yards, I promise you that coordinator's heated on the sidelines.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. He's going to throw this one. That's cut beyond the marker. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Still sticking with the passing game. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Throw left side. Complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They've got a man in motion. They'll throw it again. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They are throwing it again. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Hang on now. Looks like we've got an injured player out there and in need of some aid. So we'll step away briefly as they work on him. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. Working quickly here. Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. Dumps it off to his running back. And he drives this forward to the 6. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Catch is made in close. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Tight end going in motion here. From the gun on 3rd down. He just throws this one away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The offense headed back to the field. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. A handoff for Bailey, running right. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll run again with Bailey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It was a great effort from our winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.